But back to our top stories now. NATO's leader believes Donald Trump is the only one who can break the deadlock between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky claims his country will work constructively towards a peace plan. NATO's foreign ministers have been meeting in Brussels, where Secretary General Mark Rutte spoke out in support of President Donald Trump's strategy to end the war.
There is only one person in the whole world who was able to break the deadlock when it comes to the war in Ukraine, and that is the American President Donald J. Trump, and he did. He started in February to get engaged, and he is engaged up to and including today. And his team is engaged, including Steve Witkoff, Marco Rubio, and all the key players on the American side. And that's crucial, because in the end, the US is by far the biggest ally in NATO and the strongest nation on earth. And it's really up to them first to break that deadlock and then make sure that others follow.
Talks between Russia and US Special Envoy Steve Witkoff ended without a breakthrough yesterday. The Kremlin dismissed some parts of the US deal, calling them unacceptable. Mark Stone has more now from DC.
He's repeating something that he said frequently. I remember a few months ago, maybe it wasn't even that long ago, time moves fast, doesn't it? He was here in Washington. I spoke to him then and he said exactly the same thing, that he was praising Donald Trump. He's the man that's brought us to this point, and he's the man that can break the deadlock, that can find the peace. I guess the question unanswered at the moment is which side does Donald Trump fall? How does he find that peace? Does he in fact just hand a portion of Ukraine to Russia as part of a peace deal, and clearly that would not be in the interests of the Europeans. So what Mark Rutte is doing is, speaking publicly to Donald Trump, whose envoy, the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, was not there at that meeting, and reminding Donald Trump, we value your judgment, we value your input, we value your style, and we want you to remain with us, Europe, on this quest to find a just peace in Ukraine. But of course, he's bound to say that we shouldn't read anything into the fact that Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State, was not at this meeting. But it speaks volumes that he was not there. It just does. I mean, and I think it goes to the heart of European concerns that increasingly America is not that interested in the future of Europe and a secure Ukraine. And that much is evident by the way the talks have been going and the way that Trump appears to have been weighing, putting his weight behind Vladimir Putin and not necessarily behind the Ukrainians. Marco Rubio, incidentally, is far more focused right now on the Western Hemisphere, on Venezuela, than he is, publicly at least, on all matters Ukraine. And that, for Europe, should be a concern.